Okay, as hard and as weird as this is, I'm gonna attempt it. Alright, so male subject, 1978, 318 78 0350, morning birth, 3:50 a.m. morning birth on 3/18/1978. Social 333-703281. All of these are valid, and we'll get to that later. We'll get to lots of stuff later, I hope, if I don't forget all this stuff. That's why I'm making these videos. Alright, so on January 6th, 2021, aliens were talking to me through my kids. This is seen by my wife, by the way. This isn't... None of the things that I'll say on here that seem crazy are just witnessed by me or not on film. So, or a record of some sort. Most of it has witnesses that... Anyway. So we got that. We've got Isabella get sent to Cheryl's and then get sent back with a 400-year-old Aztec blanket that has amino acid on it that runs apps. And how do I know this? Because the Holy Spirit woke me up at 3 a.m. and got me to get the dang thing off of her. So for 2 weeks, she could barely say 2 or 3 words instead of the 2 or 3 word sentences and paragraphs, conversations she would have. And all she would say is, she'd walk around in a circle saying, blood, ball, blood. Gotta have blood for ball. So, yeah, that's a false god from the Old Testament. I mean, come on. I've had glowing orbs show up on my camera. Oh, at least, I'd say 6 to 30 hours of it. I've had angels appear and then not appear. I've had angels bow and knee to Jesus, but yet somehow just be like glowing orb of light. What else have we had? I've had Monday Night Football talk to me. I've had other people, 3 or 4 people in the room. When they came back from a commercial, they switched clothes all of a sudden, and what we were talking about during the break is what he changed into. He changed into a Bob Ross Christmas sweater. Okay? So, yeah. The 3 or 4 people that I was talking to about Bob Ross actually paints with me, like in real time. That got sort of, I don't know, I guess sort of confirmed like right then with all of them. But anyway, let's see here. We got some bad stuff though too, you know, because I was in a church parking lot and I heard the preaching, and I didn't hear it like everybody else did though, because I heard it because I had this interrupted signal thingy put in my head when I was a baby in Germany in 1978, and they've done modifications on it about every 8 years or so. It's like the best I can recall. I don't have a lot of memories, and those are from the younger years, so I tend to believe that's when I kept getting taken. I also have an extreme phobia of somebody even slightly touching my my kidney area from behind, whether it's my wife even or not. Take that for what it's worth, considering I don't drink water, I drink nothing but caffeine, and I don't have any kidney stones, I don't have any problems, anything like that. My hair doesn't burn. That's another thing. I'm just trying to come up with some things here and say it, just so, you know, hopefully I can go rifle back through this stuff and write it down. But, so anyways, my kids talk to me as alien beings, several times. once or twice without mom. And it's because it was ordered to be without mom. Yeah, that happened. I was made to watch a movie, and they were made to eat sugary snacks that got sent over. And this went on for like 3 to, I don't know, maybe 8 weeks of them trying to get me to watch programs that have been some sort of augment reality altered, and the kids are supposed to have sweets, so maybe like they get certain effects from it, or they don't get like bad effects from seeing their dad basically be mentally tortured on these films, and he has to watch with his family. What else? My landlord, 2 weeks before he said it out loud, told me somehow inside of me, because I have 2 SIM cards, and he figured that out somehow, some way. Anyway, cracked into that. Told me that a good place for me would be to water his lawn, and he put an image of like water sprinkler pressure systems in my head. And this hasn't went away. I mean, like 3 weeks later, it was still pretty bad. So I was like, babe, let's go up to the landlord. I just want to like hear how crazy this sounds out loud. And so I was like, hey, Alan, did you ever figure out where I could put that garden? And he's like, yeah, I was telling you about the sprinkler system, and I think underneath that old dirty, haven't worked on in 6 months, just oil leaking into the ground, underneath there would probably be a good spot for a garden. And I kind of got what he was saying right there, and so did my wife. And my wife hears a lot of stuff. She hears like hospital workers say, I don't know, what do people even eat? And be serious about it, because they're not people. They look like people, but they're saying things like, I don't know, I'm new at this. What do I do? Just get them pizza and chicken nuggets? Isn't that what we learned in the class to say? I mean, this is just... Obviously, I'm not going to like fully publish this or anything, because I'm hoping that people will come to terms and like meet up with me and at least like leave me some sort of a message where I for sure know like I'm done being messed with. I would like a bonus. And no, I don't think I'm being a jerk. I think I'm being me. So, anyways, what else do I got really quick here? Oh yeah, I got the fact that they watched me slice my arm open, and for 70 minutes they watched me squeeze drops of blood out while they monitored my vitals, of course, probably from another room. And then as soon as I was like about ready to die, then they, 70 minutes later, let Lisa come knocking on the door crying and saying, oh, what did you do? What did you do? It was all fake, no real tears. Look, I'm not calling that into question about does she love me or does she want me to die. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like these people have left like 10% emotion at times. So that was one of those times. But anyways, I'll try to get back on here and remember some other stuff, because this has to do with like human slavery, trafficking, selling your infant as long as they are 3 years old and pass certain gene quality tests, so to speak, that maybe like, I don't know, Adolf Hitler might be looking for type of stuff, and it's hidden to be some sort of cattle thing, but it's real easy to see through it, especially when they mess up with the whole section and put daughter and son and person and things like that. So anyways, I'll try to get back to you